Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is on this look that I have on right now. It's a very soft smoky eye. I wanted to do something that was a lot softer than the other smoky eye makeup tutorial that I had up here. That one was very dark and intense, so I wanted to create something a lot softer, and I am still doing the whole one eyeshadow palette thing. If you guys have noticed, my last two tutorials I used one eyeshadow palette to create the entire look, and for this look I used one palette as well, and this is the HVS Beauty eye and brow palette. It's like a very nice neutral palette that you can use to create everything from neutral looks to like a very smoky eye, and I paired it with a really bold red lip, and it's just a very sultry look. If anyone is interested in getting this palette, you can get it from konga.com, and I know that they also sell them in some stores here in Lagos. I'm going to try and list all of that in the description box. And if you're not in Nigeria, if you're outside Nigeria and you're interested in this, you should check out their website. I'm going to leave a link in the description box as well. They deliver everywhere, they ship worldwide, so you can order from them. But yeah, this was a palette that I used, and I really love the look. If you want to see how I got it, please keep watching. So I'm going to start out by using my HVS Beauty Rejuvenator, and this is for the brows and lashes. And what this does is that it softens like the hairs on your brows and on your lashes, and it also promotes hair growth. So if you're looking to like grow out the hairs on your brows, on your lashes, you guys can see, like me, I have very sparse brows, so I have been using this promotes hair growth. It doesn't really have any distinct smell to it, but it's really good. I've been using just a little on my brows, and it immediately softens that area. I use this before I go in with my primer and then my brow products. So I just apply a little on my brows, blend it in, apply just a tiny bit on my lashes. I do this on my lashes before I apply my eye makeup. You don't want to do this just before you apply your mascara, because you don't want the oil to get on your eyeshadow, like the eyeshadow that you've just applied before, you know, applying your mascara. So make sure to apply this like early on when you're like at the moisturizing or priming stage, so that it absorbs nicely and dries. So because my brows are really sparse, I'm going to go in next with my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil in dark brown, and I'm going to use this to create an outline for my brows. So I'm not going to use this pencil to fill my brows in, but because my brows are really sparse and I really want to see where I am going and just know, like, just create a boundary on the bottom and on the top, I'm going to use my ABH brow pencil in brow waves. Brow pencil in brow waves. Brow pencil in brow waves. God help me. ABH brow waves in dark brown, and I'm going to use this to just create an outline on the bottom and on the top of my brows, just to prepare it for the product that I'm going to use to fill my brows in. If you have very like thick full brows, you don't need this step. All you have to do is to probably use a powder, any type of powder. I'm going to be using a powder for this tutorial to just fill in the, like, you know, empty spaces you have in between your brows, and like just fill your brows up and make it really defined. But because my brows are not like that, I need to kind of define it first, and to do this I am using a brow pencil. So once I've done that, I'm going to go in with this shade from my HVS Eye and Brow Palette, and I'm going to use this to fill in my brows. I'm using an angled brush by Sigma. This one is very thick, it's not too thin, just so that I'm a bit quick with this step. So I am using this brush. You guys have seen me use this before. It doesn't have any name. It's a Sigma brush. I got it years ago and it has literally peeled completely. I'm going to use this to just like fill in my brows. I'm going to define my brows now, and I'll be using my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW40 paired with my MAC flat angled brush, and this is number 266. I'm going to take this brush by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to use this to blend the concealer out. I'm going to prime my eyes now, and I am using my Urban Decay Primer Potion for this. I'm almost out, so I have to squeeze it. For my transition, I'm going to be using this shade right here. I'm going to be applying it slightly above my crease, and I'm doing this with my MAC 224 blending brush as usual. You guys know that I love this brush. I've been using it since forever on this channel, and it's because it's very fluffy and it distributes color evenly. It doesn't pack too much at once, and then you're able to build it up if that is what you want with this brush. I'm going to go in with my NY Jumbo pencil in French Fries. It's like a dark brownish shade. If you have any light colored base, it will do for this step. I'm just going to pat it lightly onto my lid area so that it's going to give the color that I'm going to apply on my lids something to stick to. I'm going to take my Sigma E55 shading brush and I'm going to go in with this shade here, and I'm going to dust this all over my lid area. I'm going to take this shade, the same one that I used to fill in my brows, and I'm going to use it to kind of carve out my crease now. Guys, this palette is such an everyday palette, honestly. I'm just saying, because all the colors that I've been applying here right now, they look like really nice everyday colors, and they're not like too much. They're colors that like you cannot do too much with them, and they're really pigmented as well. I'm going in with a bigger pencil brush now, and I'm going to use this to kind of intensify and also blend out that line that I just created. I'm going in with my MAC 217 and I'm going to use this to blend that area out first. And after blending it out, I'm going to dip my MAC 217 very lightly into this shade. And this is the black shade in this palette. I said very lightly. I'm not really trying to make this area black or anything, but I'm just trying to add more depth. And taking a little bit of the black, I'm just going to work it into that area. To set my brow bone area, I'm going to be using this color, the same one that I use on my lid. My brows are kind of already highlighted because of how light the concealer that I used is. But then I'm going to use this to set that concealer. And so for my favorite part about this look, I am going to create a very like smoky winged outline. And I'll be using my Sigma E65 angled brush for this. I'd highly recommend that you use a very like stiff, densely packed angled brush for this, because it's going to give you more control. If the angled brush is like too flexible, or like if it moves around a lot, you're not going to be able to create the kind of line that you want. Just so try and make sure that you use an angled brush that is very like dense and a bit stiff. I'm going to be using the black shade that I used earlier to kind of deepen my crease. I'm going to use this to, you know, create this line. I'm going to apply some mascara to my top lashes, and I am using my Clinique High Length mascara as usual. I'm going to line my waterline now, and I'm using my MAC Fluid Line Pencil in Black Brilliance. And to finish up the eyes, I'm going to use my Sephora smudge brush with the same black shadow from this palette that I have been using since. And I'm going to smudge this on my lower lash line, but I'm going to do it in such a way that it kind of wings into this wing that I kind of created here. I'm priming my face now, and I'm using my Illamasqua matte veil as usual. For my foundation for this look, I'll be using my MAC Fix Fluid in NW45. You guys saw that I tried to use two different foundations in my previous videos, but it did not. I was just waiting to film again with this. So like the last foundation that I used, the Black Up one, I told you guys how I felt about it. I felt like it was something that was a lot more suitable for people with like normal to dry skin. This foundation is like bae. Okay, I've been using it for years and I absolutely love it. It is that one foundation that for me I can rely on. I can rely on this foundation to not mess me up, especially on days where I have to be very busy and like active and all of that. So I love my MAC Fix Fluid. To highlight, I am using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Amand. To contour, I'll be using my black opal stick foundation, and this is in the shade Coral. I'm just applying it on my forehead. I'm going to apply it underneath my cheekbones as well. And then I'm going to go in with the beauty blender, and I'm going to use this to blend everything out. I'm starting my immediate under eye area first before I continue with my blending. I'm setting the contour parts of my face with my ABH contour powder in Cinnamon. I'm setting my entire face with my Black Up 2-Way Cake in TW11. For my blush, I am using Sleek's blush in Scandalous. It's like a very, very bright red. It's going to complement my lip color very well, so that's the reason why I'm using it. I'm highlighting my cheekbones with MAC's Gold Deposit, and this brush is the 8231. It's the ABH brush, the one that they sell for their illuminators and their highlighters, so it's really good for, like, you know, applying highlight to the cheekbones. MAC's Gold Deposit is big, by the way. I've had this highlighter for a very long time, and every single time that I use it, I always fall in love again. So, like, it's one of those things I don't think that MAC ever discontinued. It's around. If you want to check it out, go and look for it, you'll find it. I think I'm going to dust a little bit of this on my brow bone area as well. No, I think that this brush is too big. So with a very big shading brush, I'm just going to dust Gold Deposit on my brow bone area as well. If it looks like I'm wearing something 1 minute and then the next minute I'm not wearing anything, it's because my straps, they keep sliding down. They're so loose, but I think they look good now, but I'm sure that they're going to slide down again. But I'm going to move on to my lips now, and I'll be using 2 liquid lipsticks by Anastasia Beverly Hills. One is Heather's, and it's like a very, very dark red, and then the second one is Persimmon. I don't know how to pronounce this thing. I'm going to leave the name in the description box so that you guys can read it and go and look for it. But I'll be using Heather's like on the outer part of my lips, and I'll be applying this one on the middle of my lips. So here's the finished look. I feel like this look is really sultry, and it's appropriate for both the nighttime and the daytime. I don't think that this is something that I'm going to worry about wearing during the daytime. I feel like it's appropriate for both, and I really like enjoyed creating this look. It wasn't difficult at all. It was just like really fun for me, I guess, and easy because everything was in one place. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to thumbs it up, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe so that you will know when I have new videos up, and also click on the notification button so that you don't miss it when I have a new video up. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.